What are doors? It's important for us to understand what God has said and what God is saying. Two definitions very quickly. Number one, a door is an authorized system for access. When we talk about doors, we're not just talking about wooden objects or metallic objects that are attached to walls like we have in architecture, although we call that doors. But classically speaking, when we speak about doors, we're talking about authorized systems for access. Access to opportunities, access to levels and dimensions, access to movement. Doors control motion and movement. Doors control motion and movement. For instance, if a door were closed before you, it sustains the power and the ability to restrict your movement and to restrict your motion. The second definition, doors can also mean hindrances, limitations, and restrictions. Doors can also mean hindrances, limitations, and restrictions. Doors can open and doors can close. Very simple but powerful information. Doors can open and doors can close. Depending on what is engaged, a door can be open and a door can close. A door that was once opened can be closed, and a door that was once closed can be opened. Doors can be circumstances and situations you may want to add. Doors can be human entities, and doors can be spirits. For instance, I think it was John chapter 10 and verse 7. Jesus himself said, I am the door. He didn't say he has access to the door. Jesus called himself the door. All doors are closed by default. All doors are closed by default. Listen carefully. All doors, it does not matter what treasure is in them. All doors are closed by default. Number one, doors are closed to manage or restrict access until permission is granted. That means not all closed doors are bad. This is what I'm trying to explain. Don't just frown at closed doors like you will be learning. Not all closed doors are bad. For instance, generally speaking now, doors are closed to manage or restrict access until permission is granted. You don't enter an office or a house or a door and just walk in. Even in heaven where there is no evil, there are doors, because doors manage and restrict access. Are we together? These are the positive side to closed doors. Because if access is not managed, like my dearly beloved mentor would say, abuse will always be inevitable. So there has to be a system of restriction to access, and doors provide that opportunity. Number two, closed or sealed doors increase the value of a product. Closed or sealed doors increase the value of a product. Is that true? Imagine with me, please look up, that you went to buy a product, maybe perfume or whatever it is, and you find it already open, or a beverage and you find it open. Even if it was open for you, you are not going to buy it and you will not place value. The value that you place on that product is because you meet it closed and sealed. Is that true? Yeah. In fact, there are products that you will see disclaimers written there that if at the point of purchase you find this product open, it says to discard or return back. Is that true? So closed doors are not all negative. They increase the value of a product. The third thing you need to learn about closed doors is that generally doors, especially when closed, protect and preserve. Doors, closed doors can protect and preserve. Number four, now, this is the side of closed doors that we're here to deal with now. Closed doors can be a deliberate hindrance to put a deliberate hindrance put up to hinder progress. Closed doors. Haven't given you the positive side to closed doors. Closed doors can be deliberate hindrances, I wrote here, put up to hinder progress. An example, prison doors. Prison doors are closed doors that are able to restrict progress. This is the kind of closed door that this prophetic word was designed to deal with. So that when you are rebuking closed doors, you know which closed door you are rebuking. Lest you rebuke what was supposed to preserve you, add value to you. You see that we are a people of spiritual intelligence. You don't just shout. When you are saying every closed door, you mean every closed door that has been put as a system of restriction. Are we together now? Because closed doors can manage or restrict access. They can increase the value of a product. They can protect and they can preserve. But then they can be a deliberate hindrance put up to hinder progress.